Oh, let's get this all set up. Hello again, everyone. Yeah. We got this all under control. Welcome to What You Are Doing Wrong, the only series that pretty much takes place after some idiot decides to shovel the driveway. So my hands are cold, my brain may not be working, but let's get into it. Fellow dysfunctional teammate and co-coach for the Scorpions, Kiffy, will be joining me shortly. I kind of wanted to just get this going, because of all the time that this normally takes. So we'll give the backdrop here. So I broadcast this match, so don't know what Scorpions comms are like. I'm also going to... So, here's the result of the series. The Scorpions swept this. I'm going to be honest. Probably when going through, I'm willing to give the opposing team a little break. They made a lot of horrendous mistakes, so that kind of leads me to believe that it was just an off week for them. The scores obviously got closer, as we can see here, but yeah, 3 goals in 3 games is not good for the opposing team. Scorpions, I would probably say, set out their best team. So, that's always good. But yeah, it was... I don't know how many times to say this, but it just felt like a weird matchup. It again, I feel like the opponents had an off week. But, I could be wrong. But, yeah. Also, sadly, Scorpions are going to at least take a session off. From I guess, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm disappointed in that this is basically our longest running team. So it's kind of sad to see them taking a break, but they're taking a break for good reasons, basically school and that sort of thing, classes, real life stuff, and I'm. From a competitive standpoint, I hate to see him lose the team. Also, if real life is getting away, you just real life is more important than a video game. So, we'll probably still see them around, just playing casually. So yeah, so I want to at least provide them feedback, because last week, it was kind of similar score lines, and it was kind of felt like a team, it was against a team in the bottom half of the league, so it's just you guys didn't, I basically said they didn't put any, it looks like they did anything wrong, but you went out there, took care of business, that sort of thing. So didn't do anything, but I wanted to at least provide some sort of feedback this week. Again, there's probably going to be a lot of learning lessons from the opposing side, because yeah, it again, don't know what happened, but it looked pretty bad, and the score lines kind of bear it out, and they kept it close in game 3, but we'll just I guess we'll ultimately see how this goes. Anything important in Discord? I mean, really, all I care about is Scorpions chat. Hey, speaking of Kiffy,
Hello.
There's the man himself.
Hi. How are you doing, Ender?
I'm doing fine. You haven't missed much. I was just kind of going over the last 2 weeks kind of high level, and I have a feeling that kind of how this series played off is we're actually not going to find much on the Scorpion side, but
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking instead of what you are doing wrong, we have a what you are doing right.
more than likely, I think there's still something we can learn from the opposing team. Just the highlight points, like don't do this. Um,
Right.
but I am curious because I could say that during the broadcast when I was approaching it, I was just weirdly dumbfounded, just how off Demo Kings looked. So I was more kind of car crash fascinated by their bad week than what the Scorpions were actually doing. Um, and I don't like even remember how bad it was on the Scorpion side. So yeah, we'll just do the deep dive right now and see what happens.
Sounds good. I was in there coaching them because you were casting.
Okay. How'd
So
comms sound?
comms they were all right. I had to get in there a few times and tell them to keep comms up, but while they had comms up, they were playing so well, and I was honestly extremely impressed just how much of a difference comms made when it came to the Scorpions. It it just felt to me like I was coaching a tier 3 team.
Well, that's
It was
good.
great.
Yeah, I keep haunting them on comms because it's like it shows. It shows. I could see it on the field when they're not comming. All right. Well,
Yeah, I definitely stressed it a lot this series. Made sure that was the one big thing.
so let's see what happens here. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I went out and got this. For as a tool. And then like, why am I not using it? Who knows? How do I get to my desktop? Fine. Fine. Sorry.
Oh, good. What is the new tool?
Epic Pen.
Whoa, crazy. You just got to make sure that you're sharing your window on both OBS and
Yeah.
Discord.
Okay, so now hold on. Okay. Where is? Okay, so let's redo this. We want no. Yeah, we want screen one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See, we'll get through this, people.
We got this.
Okay, so fly. Okay.
But I was thinking about making this more of a what you were doing right because I feel like the Scorpions here would learn a lot
Yeah.
on knowing what they're doing right. Because talking with them, it doesn't seem that they know, or it doesn't seem that when they do something, they know whether it's right or wrong. And a lot of things here I saw they were doing pretty well. So I think if we highlight that and have them keep the mindset that this game is really well, they learn off of what they can be doing right, and then bring that to next week.
Yep. I agree. So,
And we could even do a during the week we could have some practices based on what we see. because a good coach in me is wanting to set up practices with them and making sure that the small things that they're having difficulties with, I want to help them out with that.
Okay, I'm all for that.
So if you want to set something up with me, if we see something go wrong that's a bit consistent, then we can, pound them into the ground and force them to practice. Or at least suggest it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I don't think a lot of my suggestions are gonna change, week over week. But again, we'll see what this shows. So here's kind of like what I want to start looking at, because here's the first goal. Okay, man, I better not be having left stick drift already. So hold on. Yeah, that's wow. Is this my mouse?
Oh, we're upside down now.
Is this my mouse? I don't know. Yep, it's my mouse. Jesus. This is just gonna be loads of fun. Nope, this is left stick drift. Okay. Wow. Man, the texture on the stick is not even gone. Well, that explains some of my problems. Okay, well, anyways, let's just get in this play and we'll deal with it. Okay. So, good challenge by Ike. So, whatever. Near rotates post out. Like, I could probably understand getting out, but like this is. I'd say right now this is already a good chance. We got. What in? I should probably just unplug my mouse. That's what I should do.
Just a little bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, so control shift. So we got that. What should probably happen, and we got someone who came and like is X'd out, as we know. Oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to hit controls. God. So, I mean, we know this is resulting in a goal, but I do like how this is set up. So, let's kind of see what happens here. So now, Tate. I just kind of want to see what. Yeah, that's a good turn.
I actually really like that play.
Yeah.
He knew that he had to get one more to pop it out enough for Fox to go. Tequila was keeping enough space back, and Fox was in a great position to get to the pass.
So then for
really
Fox,
enjoyed the positioning there.
Yeah, good hesitation. Just wait a little bit. Yeah, that's a really good play. Like, I do like for Fox there that they slowed down.
You don't normally hear of good hesitation, but I did like how he was waiting there, so I do agree with you.
Yeah, because the reason why I say that is I've often said that I just think that they're always up too close. Um,
Mhm.
and again, it's always better just to be back out. And you just you just have to like wait to see like what the play develops because like if Tate actually like pinch that ball out, well then you won't be able to get it because you're too close. But
Right.
I think it was in a pretty decent position because like if Tate pinches it, it goes up and probably bounces in the 6 yard box. So like you know, I want to give shout outs to Fox there for slowing down and showing the patience.
Right, and even if it did go over top of Fox, Tequila was in a great position to back up the
Yeah,
play if need be.
that's a good block. Tequila was looking for a pass. Just again, really quick. Um, I would hope. I think that felt like comms were called, but if not, obviously Fox just be careful there. That felt like take called Fox off.
Yeah, Fox jumped and was like, "Okay, not going for that."
Yeah,
So they were calming quite a bit during this part of the match, and it was actually enjoyable to hear. I was impressed, like I said. I don't think Potato needed to call Fox off there, but
um,
probably should have left that one for Fox to take a shot.
yeah,
He's already in a good position and was able to take the shot towards the left side, which would have made it extremely difficult for Joe and I don't know the other guy's name,
yeah.
Setzer or something.
Setzer, yeah. I in a way kind of like Tate taking the shot for power.
Mhm.
But
But
I
if
do like,
Fox would have just taken the shot immediately, it
yeah,
just would have been on net.
yeah,
No worries about anyone getting there. So I think for that, definitely realize where your teammates are, where they're positioned, and sometimes your teammates just have a better shot, even if you have more power.
yeah.
Placement is, I
Placement's
mean,
part of the battle.
s- about 70 to 80% of it. Because if you get a lot of power, but you post it out, I mean,
This,
and in this tier, it definitely is very important to put shots on net.
let's just check it there. And also just to point out, that's like crucial as like last person back is you just have to make sure that you get your touch right. So it's a person who also screws that up a lot. That's rough.
I think a little bit more patience there definitely would have fixed that. I don't think Tequila needed to rush the touch. He could have kind of just let it go into his corner and get a dribble out of it or, pass out mid for a teammate.
I mean, sometimes you just need to put the shots on net.
Like I said, in this tier, putting the shots on net is basically all of it.
Got called off. I think again, this like, I need to point it out. Like, just look at that. All the blue nameplates cross, east west here. Never thought about going back. And again, I think that's like speaks to the value of like the far post rotation.
Yeah, it probably would have resulted in a save if that would have
Yeah,
happened. The one thing that I didn't like about that play on the Scorpion side is Fox's touch if he actually would have hit that ball, I don't think that would have went to anyone. Tequila was a little bit too far back. He wasn't following up on the left side. So it kind of just would have gave possession away.
Yeah.
So something that I would like to see from the Scorpions, and it's something that they're really good at, is passing. You know, knowing where your teammates are and being able to get the ball over there. And it does look like Fox wanted to get it left to Tequila, but
Yeah.
I just don't think Tequila was in the right position to receive that pass.
So let's so probably just a note for Tequila. You can let's get it here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I've mentioned this before, but now I have a pen. It's actually been brought up. So part of it is how your team feels comfortable with, but kind of what's been passed on to dysfunctional is, you know, obviously this person goes. This person kind of does this, but then becomes a 3. That's a horrible 3.
A small tip of advice: you might want to go 1 pen size smaller.
Yeah. Well, where's my sizes? Yeah. There we go. There we go. So it's like he comes and then, you know, comes, but now becomes 3. But this guy goes, becomes a 2. And again, it's part of it is team preference and knowing what to do, but you know, for the case in the case here for Tequila, it's just it also gives the 1 a lot more options. Because it can get the harder pass and throw the ball more into space, especially in a situation like this, where all the blue nameplates are on the same side of the field as the 1. Again, part of it's team situation dependent on a lot of things, but it's just kind of recognizing, you know, in a way, is that you know, sometimes you should go from this 3 spot and become the 2. You know, and you could probably see it, you know, in the higher ranks that this actually happens more. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. So with that. That I'm on 10%. Yeah. Well, like, also the way it played out, that was fine. All the movement, like what Tequila did. It's if you know, Fox was trying to pass it, it's better that Tequila's up there. So. That was definitely a good individual effort. Who was it? That was Tate, probably. Tate just missed on the wall.
Yeah, that's hard to see that he's getting above the ball there. So I don't really blame Potato for going up wall.
Yeah.
Uh, he definitely reacted really quickly, but just wasn't able to get the touch on the ball. Actually, I think Tequila, if he was a little bit more on the left, a little bit more left, he would have probably had that save. I just think he turned in too much. I think
Yeah.
I'm getting my point across. He would have had a better angle of challenge and would have been able to grab the save because he was in the or he did have the right speed to make a challenge on the ball. If he was just a little bit more left, he probably could have definitely saved. Actually, definitely saved that. Not even or probably. So right there, that's something where I say just make sure you get a little bit closer to that back post, and sometimes you can even go into the goal to
Yeah.
wrap through.
Yeah, it's part of making your turn or whatever.
But if somebody's on that wall there and you go too far out, I mean, you're kind of just asking for something like this to happen.
Yeah.
So that's my input, at least.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It's like there's also like weirdly like kind of a trust that I'm gonna be there because Tate's gonna win the challenge or force a challenge. So I'm there if
I remember this play. That was
I mean again this is just
I was laughing for a good 15, 20 seconds after that one went in. I mean, if that's something he can perfect, that'll be deadly. But I do see what he was going for, and I do think that Tequila was in the correct spot to receive this pass.
yeah. Yeah, like it's funny Fox didn't get the second touch, like that's a pass. Instead it's like this isn't even a case of like that's a great play, don't ever do it again. Like because it's like, you know, it's I know exactly what Fox is doing. He's passing out. He just got like he got the unfortunate second touch. The unfortunate second touch happened to be it got put on net, and like you know like there force the challenge. Like you know, and hey, I hate to call it out, but like we had someone just kind of rush that ball. I don't think they could have. I don't think they could have gotten it. So
Yeah, they
but,
definitely put themselves into a bad position by crowding that corner.
yeah.
I mean, they're all in the same corner. It's a bit tough to make a save when it goes behind everyone.
Yeah.
Who's all in the same corner. So
Again, I think it's like, you know, good on the Scorpions here, like just being merciless here and just punishing everything they do.
it was a great pass.
Yeah, I think it's.
a wonderful pass.
I think also it's just watch the backward challenges when there's two guys behind you. Comms, comms, comms. I mean, you know, of course that ball goes in.
Something that I would like to see from the Scorpions lineup is a little bit more trust in your teammates' passes. Because I see, watching over this replay, I see passes that are being sent to the right position, but just, no one's there. I definitely don't think that clearing that out for a back pass was the best decision to make.
I think you just always have to call it, which is the
Yeah.
hardest thing to do.
I think he did, but Tequila was already going for the ball.
Yeah.
So rather than leaving it, Potato wanted to do the back pass and hit it out. And it's in the corner. It is nice to get out, but you have people that are already right beside you, so making that back pass isn't really gonna do too much. So I would suggest just trying to stray away from that, or at least seeing where your teammates are before you try making the back pass. It does look like a blind back pass. Doesn't really look like Potato saw Tequila, or at least noticed that he was way too close to be receiving a back pass.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is just called out. That way your team can just be ready. In case something goes wrong. So.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah,
That's great.
like all things considered. Yes, of course, it's now basically an org meme at this point, but like all things considered, like Fox placed this pretty well. Like, did I guess the minor complaint is kind of watch drifting a little too far to the left there. Because you might have to cut back, but like it was got a little help from the post, but again, like placed it around the opponents. They weren't saving it.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Fox. He
Yeah.
knew that he had both the defenders beat, and he saw his opportunity to score and ended up taking it. And also, that's not a bad challenge to go for, because both the defenders, the only real touch that they can get if they want to beat Fox is to touch off to the side.
Yeah.
Which Potato's already rotating back, so you have a defender back. So, honestly,
also this
great shot to go for.
Yeah, the only
That
complaint is
very close from not going in.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so we have like the minor unquote complaints are obviously hit the post, whatever. It hit the right side of the post though, so or the correct side, I should say. And then like actually the movement on the car is actually pretty good.
Yeah, he wanted to place it there.
Yeah.
And he moved or angled his car, arrowed a little bit, and put it exactly there. That's a textbook shot, I'd say.
Yeah, and like actually like didn't flip into it beforehand, so like, I guess the only complaint is if you're trying to hit it with power, okay, but like you still had enough power around it. Like again, well placed to where the defense wasn't getting it. So it was a good shot. I don't think Fox should challenge that, but again, it's fine. Like I can understand kind of in this why.
Right, yeah, it was a little bit of a cluster. I do know that towards the end of this match, after they started gaining a lead, the comms weren't as much as what they were in the beginning of the match. So
Yeah,
I do see a lot of minor mistakes that are occurring that look like there's comm issues.
yeah. So again, as basically the person who loves driving us home, I know it's fun to like start styling and whatever, but really the best thing for the team is you play the same way throughout. And like if you see like a hole in the opponent to take advantage of, by all means. But yeah, you shouldn't just be like slacking off or whatever. Like what I'm basically saying is that you should always give it 100%, and don't back off. Otherwise, again, you get the Black Dragons or the BB United tag thrown at you. Um, like again, it drives me crazy when that happens because then I have to listen all week to it's like we should have won that game, we should have beat them. It's like, well, if you didn't f around, you know you would have closed it out. So like you know I just want to caution against this. Don't ever be complacent. Go out, finish the job, get the league night over early, and then you can do whatever you want. So, again, I don't mean to be a hard ass on this, but I have more than enough video evidence. But also, I'd like to say on that goal, good play by Tequila to just punish sloppy defending.
Right.
So yeah, that's game one. So game two, well, obviously it's 4-0. Takes a little bit, obviously, for the scoring to open.
Triple commit for that ball
Yeah,
is very scary.
I want to. Okay, so. So again, this is just kind of what I want to caution against. Whatever. One, two, three. Not this part. I'm just trolling. Okay. So, just again, kind of some pointers. Again, and I think comms kind of helps in a way. Let's see, let's do this. Yeah. So, like, as the ball kind of gets over to here, like, then Fox can go. But if the ball kind of like drifts back to here, it's actually better for Tate to go. And then Fox can just kind of loop back around here and do whatever. Again, this is in part. Also, if Fox calls the ball, unless Tate calls him off, then Tate can, like, I don't know, creep or whatever. And if, like, Fox just calls the ball and Tate doesn't say anything, but, like, Tate notices that Fox isn't going to get it, the other option is, here's option 2, is you just, see, this is what happens when you give me a telestrator. Like, Tate just kind of needs to, unfortunately, make a near post rotation. Just kind of like, just be really careful. Again, I think surprisingly, just on this, I think like comms goes a long way. But sometimes there's a case where you're the 2 and you shouldn't really go for the ball. And I think like this kind of that's not what I wanted. This kind of shows that like this ball is just way too far for Fox to actually get. And Tate is actually probably closer, and like Fox could probably bang it off the sidewall on net. But we, it's kind of like we also don't know what's kind of going on here. It's game 2, so we haven't necessarily established that the blue side, like, their rotations are just horrendous at this point. But, like, again, my thought here is that this really should be Tate's ball, and this should be the 2 when you're doing the triangle needs a really, really, really good reason to cross the east-west line. Because it just, again, it kind of messes up. It also messes up the rotation. Because then, like, Tate's like, well, like, now we're all on the same side, so, like, what am I supposed to do? And in a way, the ball is kind of free. Because we can, well, first we need to clear all this stuff out. Go back to the yellow pen, go back to cursor. Like if we come back to here, like do a 5-second count for Fox. Like even if Fox knows that everybody is basically on the left, it's just still, it's a lot. Again, it's like, it's the percentages. The easiest way to present is that Tate has a better chance to strike this ball where it needs to go than Fox does. And Fox can be in a position if Tequila recovers or whatever. So, which actually like sort of kind of happens too. So it's ultimately, I feel like, also comms. Nice clear.
Comms.
I've yelled at Tequila for this, so well,
That's what the back of a Fennec looks like.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you should have went for that.
That's all.
I definitely think after making that challenge, seeing how he didn't have much boost, he should have won, grabbed a few pads, and go behind Fox, where Fox can then back up the play.
Yes.
Going for that, actually, if he would have got there before everyone else, I don't think he would have made a touch that would have been all too useful. With the way that his car was, it looks like that just went off to the right side, and with Potato being on the left and Fox backing up Potato, it would have been difficult, because there was already a defender back, if I'm not mistaken. Because Setzer, he should be turning back to back post.
So, like, obviously we're super slow-moing this, but, like, yeah.
Yeah, if Tequila would have got that touch,
it would have
really
gone to the
won.
side.
Which then Setzer could have actually turned to the right, and, well, that could have been dangerous possession, because now it's a one-on-one situation.
Yeah. So, like, even on this, like, Tate turns, and, like, yeah. Again, I'm not trying to be harsh, but I mean, this is, like, especially here, again, we're looking at this through replay, and we've already established what's going on. Like, I don't mind the foul here. Like, I love putting the pressure on. But, you know, there was at least a second where, like, you see Tig turning in, and you just have to get out.
Plus, if that's something that Potato calls, I mean,
yeah,
you just need to get out of there.
Yeah, which, again, Tequila, I love you, man, but, you know, sometimes at some point we have to quit the Maverick BS and just, you know, you just sometimes have to just get out. Again, if there was, so again, and the other thing is, the problem also with this is that it's sort of, you know, the cousin to the backwards challenge. So, like, even if you hit this correctly, like, there's a chance the defender could pinch it off you, and that ball goes down in your defensive end. It could be on net too. So it's just like, it's just why you have to, you know, it's always just be cognizant of what you're doing. Because if you ever want to hear someone just tear someone apart, it's when I do that stuff. And I absolutely hate myself when I do that. So, and I guess obviously the other thing too is that it also freezes the third man, because they see you stick in the play. So, like, even with a good team and comms, it's like, it's basically you're cutting rotation there. That was a really bad demo attempt by Blue. Well, it was a near side demo attempt, and Fox was in the net. Like, it's probably one of the easiest things to dodge.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to
Right, but
try to save momentum, or try to gain momentum. Granted, I don't agree with it, but
yeah.
sometimes you go out of the way to do something to hopefully throw them off their game.
Nice patience, and you get to dunk the whole team.
When I first saw Potato go up for this, I didn't agree with it. He was kind of just rushing it. There was really no way for him to get the angle. But since he missed it, it actually acted as a fake, and the person on the backboard ended up panicking and posting. Which was something to say the least, but oh, actually, that came out a lot more than I thought it did. Never mind. I take back everything that I said, except for the fake part.
So I'm just going to say this: just like the NFL and the NHL, don't ever be the third person in. Especially when you have two teammates going for it. It's like, this is kind of like a results-oriented thinking right here.
Granted, I mean, it was a pretty unlucky circumstance. Right. But jumping for that after seeing two of your teammates go up.
Yeah. So here this is I'm gonna bring in some magic talk now. It's been a while since I get to do this. So this is results oriented thinking. Like, so first I understand the logic, but it's also bad logic. So Captain Never Die here jumps at the ball when there's already two people here. I was like, oh man, I almost saved it. And like, it's like, you did take away is like the fact that they got scored on. 1, 2, probably should have just been far post anyway because there were already two people jumping at it. And probably at this point I have mentally cataloged that 1, there's a lot of trust issues on this team. It starts with I think Setzer, who is their best player. There's an apparent lack of comms, I feel like. And if they truly are what a 4-1 team, then this is a bad night. But that still doesn't necessarily excuse some just really bad decision making. And it's again, this is like, don't be the second person in the corner. You know, even though it's correct, about 5% of the time. I'm just going to use 5% because it's a fun number I've been using recently. But, like, yeah, like, you know, if a dunk happens, a dunk happens. And if it gets through like it gets through like that. And yes, you will temporarily feel bad, but ultimately, like, for a person in Never Dies position, they just kind of like need to be, you know, like far post or whatever, and like hoping that the near people clean up the job. You know, it goes back to sometimes you just got to let your teammates fail. So that's ultimately what I'm getting at here. Instead, it turns into a clip where Tequila like freaking dunks the whole team. So
Sick.
It does look pretty cool.
I'm assuming this was criticism of me hearing the last part.
No.
No, it's criticism of the opponents here.
Oh, okay.
See, like, Tequila turns around, gets ready, and dunks the whole team. So
So it looks cool. Because
Yeah.
the third man jumped into it as well.
nice challenge. That should be a goal.
Oh, Kiffy got really mad at me for being mean to Tate for missing this.
I didn't get really mad at you.
You were very upset with me.
I was very upset because you cluttered the comms.
Through necessary bullying.
And you also missed the
Yeah,
shot.
you
So you really
also-
didn't have much room to talk. So I was like, Tequila, why are you... It was...
Okay.
I had a good laugh watching that, though. I did have a good laugh. I will be
Okay.
honest.
So on this one, just the advice for Tate is swing a little bit wider.
Just don't rush it.
Yeah, because like I say, yeah, I'm saying a different way of what Kiff is just you have an open net, just take your time. You know, you just again, it's taking it's again from the do as I say, not as I do department. Take the extra quarter second to line it up.
Yes.
And I want to see why Tequila missed this one. Aside from crossing the field. Like, I love this boost steal. I love the interference.
Just also not much of an angle on it.
Yeah.
I probably should have just gone back and let Fox come up, and he probably had a better angle.
Well, granted, you made the decision to go for that ball as soon as you turned right after the boost steal.
Yeah. So let me get.
I think I know your decision making pretty well at this point.
Fox, just stick to this side. Because you kind of did a minor version of the Rogue S.
Mm-hmm. Tequila. If you ever get into that situation where you know that one's behind you, whether you cut across the field or you know that you have a teammate back, I'd suggest rather than trying to take a shot, try to put that up for your teammate because you have all three players rotating back right now. One's going for the ball, two are in the net. You send that on the backboard, nobody's getting to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something that I would suggest doing.
Okay.
is with matter of fact, as a team, try to be able to pass off the backboard to each other, because I do see a lot of these situations where just sending it off the backboard, that'd be an easy goal.
And
Because
should have
Fox
forced
definitely
shots.
has the mechanics to go up and score those.
Oh, without a doubt.
Potato, if he's having a bad game, no. If he's feeling okay, then yeah, he can hit those.
Like somewhere up in there. Because the ball's still come out. The ball's still come out.
I think sending that off backboard and having Fox go up, he probably would have had a good shot on that. But with trying to find the angle for the shot, you kind of just limp it off the wall, and you just kind of give them possession. I think that's my one criticism. Like, yeah, you can miss open nets. Open nets are hard.
Yeah.
That I just suggest doing shot training packs. But being able to know where your teammate is and how to pass to them is a really important skill that I do want you guys to learn. So if you guys want to go into, I mean, Dilly gave this dysfunctional. Just go into a 3v3. Everyone join the same team in a private match, and set the private match to unlimited time, and just practice passing to one another. Practice being in the right position to receive a pass, being in the right position to take a shot, and to be able to pass the ball to your teammates. And just having that awareness kind of built into your muscle memory, it goes a very long way. At least I'd say. So that is one suggestion that I do have.
All right.
Also, if you want to go for the opponent tilting play, go demo Setzer.
Demo. Just demo the entire team. Easy.
Well, like in theory, Setzer. I say this. Setzer theoretically would be the first one back for that ball. So, it's kind of like, again, it kind of sets everything up. Like, unfortunately, again, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, you go for the demo on Setzer and give Potato even more time to be able to take a shot. So that works too.
Okay, let's do this. Oh my god, this is beyond frustrating. Nothing is working.
Are we that bad?
No, it's not you guys. It's not you guys. It's my controls. Okay. I have left stick drift.
Was this game 2?
Yeah, this is game 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, great.
The game in which I told you guys to not get cocky, continue hard calming, and shut them out so they have no momentum to the next match.
So again, the
because
advice.
I had no other advice for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys actually played pretty well.
Yeah, you guys actually did pretty lights out in game 1. And you also really just pounced on the mistakes.
Did we give up a goal this entire series?
Yeah, you gave up 3.
2, 3, yeah.
All in game 1?
2 in game 1, 1 in game 3.
Did we give up a goal in game 3? Oh, I didn't know. I thought we went 2-0.
How many did you score? 11.
13.
13. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good ratio. 13 to 3.
What'd I win? I won the most goals or whatever. I think. I was kind of happy with that.
Don't do the rogue S.
The rogue S. I like that.
Do the yellow thing.
I do love how we're coming up with names for different things that happen in game that we see a lot. Like
to be fair, I don't know. I don't know
yeah.
if I've seen Rogue do it. It's just in the ones I noticed. It's just he kind of. Yeah, he kind of just like
he does.
Yeah. Again, I sort of get it. It's just I'm just trying to help, like get
Right,
it out
it's
because it is kind of like momentum killing.
He just doesn't know where he needs to be directly in the play.
Yeah.
And he second guesses himself and overthinks his position and starts making a snake on the field.
Yeah. Just, I mean, again, like, not to pick on Rogue, but just like in Just Jones, just like part of it is just like sort of just commit to something, like. And that's like what I'm saying here is like Fox probably should just be going right and backing up the play. And the reason being is that this ball's going right. Like, because Ike Tequila has the left covered, and like Tate has an open net. But like you should be covering right and not running as if you're scoring the touchdown here, because you just need to be prepared for when things go wrong. That's ultimately what I'm trying to get at. So that's good. So like also regardless of what happened, like I feel like that's a decent challenge by Tate, and then Tate gets out.
Yeah, because Fox was pretty far back. So.
Yeah.
See another back pass.
Bang.
Whoa. See, that's what I want to see more. I love those.
Yeah, this is a freaking great play.
Those are fun to watch too.
It was a great adjustment by Tate to slow down for it too.
Yeah. He reacted to it pretty well. But when the camera's on you and the director mode cuts to Tequila, that then sends it mid, then it cuts to Potato, and you're like rooting for it. You're like, yeah, and you just see it go into the back of the net. It's just such an exciting play. Sorry. I had a lot of fun watching these matches.
We had a lot of fun playing them. Played really well. We're really happy with how we played.
I definitely stressed you guys a lot more than I did in the other matches. Kind of glad I did, though.
Again, just good challenge or just being there by Fox. Make that bad hit. Tequila can follow up and passes.
Granted, I mean, you could have taken the shot too, but that's also cool.
Yeah.
Tate probably called for it. It's probably why I threw it there that aggressively.
I mean, that's fine. Like, that was a great pass.
If he calls for it and you send it to him and he misses, it's his fault.
Yeah.
But I do love the passes.
Definitely the thing I'm gonna miss the most.
I know, it's sad.
Yeah, Dylan and I are talking about, it's just like, well, there goes our longest tenured team.
Yeah, it's just, Tate's going off to war, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll, okay, he's going off to war. We'll just say that. He's going off to fight.
His friends, I don't know. That's a nice shot. Nice save.
I loved him going up for the aerial and then realized that he had no boost. But he had no boost for like a good 5 seconds.
Me?
No, Setzer.
Oh. All right.
I was very proud of this goal.
Look at this. Midi flip. Actually,
Wait, where was the midi flip?
It's a midi flip.
Who did the midi flip?
we're on that. Midi flip.
Oh no!
Okay, so. All right. So here's the teaching mode. Okay, so you know Tequila has possession. So, like, this is the ones plug. Yes, I know ones suck. Get over it. I hate ones, but you know, if someone says do ones, if a coach says do ones, it's like, okay, I will. Maybe. But so probably like when defending this is just needing the shadow. And I know like there's a lot of speed, but it's just like if you're trying to pre-fit this you know, Tequila can just sit on this the entire time. And then once you've committed, then it's like, oh, now I can shoot on that because you're not going to get it. So
Why
it's
didn't
just
you just turn and flip
yeah,
into it?
yeah.
He
Like if you're going to do
so
that, if
he
you're gonna,
could have just turned.
yeah, like if you're going to like, in a way, it's just kind of like well, I'm just trying to anticipate where it's going to get. I understand it, but like your best chance then is if you're going to attack the ball in that way, you just might as well attack it at the source. So rather than trying to pre-flip into a shot, you should just pre-flip into the ball. So, you know, and again, from Tequila's perspective,
I was actually really proud of this shot because I saw him play and I placed it really well.
yeah, you just put it, you know, once he commits, it's just like, oh, I can shoot, and like Tate's there in case anything goes wrong too. So. Again, I sort of get from the blue side also is that they had to push up. That's fine. But you could be aggressive, but you don't have to completely abandon responsibilities sometimes. And that's... Sometimes it's figuring out when you actually have to do, just say, I'm a lot. Hit me on the back wall.
We scored a garbage time goal.
It's a hot day to purchase.
And chair, it's super squeaky.
There's some anti-squeak on it.
Send me a link. I'll go and buy some anti-squeak.
I got you. Amazon.
There's a product called anti-squeak.
Anti-squeak. How you spell squeak? Squeak. Got it.
Yes. Okay.
They're all dog toys.
All right, so game three. Game three.
It's also tape. Oh, you're gonna love this.
The challenge?
How do I copy an Amazon link? Do I just copy the link? Will that work? Oh fuck, I pasted.
All right, I just want to get a feel for this.
Better, you can right click anywhere on the page and hit copy link.
Oh, I didn't know if like literally the link would work, but I guess I don't know why it wouldn't. But anyways,
Okay.
I was trying to find like a share product button for some reason. But I know it says bikes only, but it does say squeak out.
Oh, never mind. I guess you replace that with create QR code for this page.
Wait, really?
I guess.
Strange.
Comms.
Yes, comms.
I don't like
Yeah.
I don't like Fox coming in there, but I don't like Tequila cutting either. But I think ultimately I have to settle on like Fox is crossing the field, so I think it's okay for Tequila to turn on that. So again, just comms when you cut. I mean, I don't mind that.
I loved it. I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever done.
I mean, I think it's smart. You're coming back, so it's like, do it. Get in their way.
I took my time too much.
Sometimes it's fine. It's a miss on the back wall. Yep, yep. Bang. I would have been mad at you if you actually missed that.
Thanks.
I don't know if I would have been proud of you if you put it right into the keeper, though.
Oh.
But that's like actually like in this situation, that's exactly what you need to do. Is just wait. You know, don't need to boost into it. You know, you keep some momentum, but you know, just play patience, and then when it finally comes to you, you just shoot at the 98% of the net that you have.
I do like patience.
I've been trying to be a lot more patient recently.
It's hard.
Don't be too patient. It's like a
It is
fine
hard.
line.
Yeah. Well, generally, I feel like it's just don't be patient in your own half and do be patient in their half.
Yeah. Again, and also knowing when to break the rules.
Sure.
Which is a lot, surprisingly.
I actually think people break the rules way too often when they shouldn't.
I think they might just be not knowing the rules.
Yeah, that's probably the case, which is why people break the rules. All right, I need to know what happened because that ball just like sat. So Tate bangs it in.
I thought Fox was going to be a lot closer than what he was. So as soon as I'm like, okay, that's not me because it's not coming all the way across. I was like, all right, Fox.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Or even Tate.
Yeah. All right. Let me look. Let me look from your perspective. Okay. So let's.
I think I was waiting on Cool to clear it across to me.
Okay. That's probably fine then. Like if there's no one there, you can probably just stay backed off and just let Tate go for it. But if you're playing like a clear, then if you're playing a clear, it's obviously fine if you pushed up a little bit. Just to, you know, again, kind of make them do something. Okay, so now, I mean, obviously we have some sort of weird communication here, but I want to see what. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Tate should say backing off, retreating, whatever. So
Fox? Fox is
yeah. So Fox is doing the Fox is doing the rope drifting again.
He's got 98 boost. Where you going, Fox?
Yeah.
He's tracing. 100 pads.
You needed that extra 2 boost.
If you need to boost.
Hey, sometimes boosting to get just below 100, take a big boost, works really well,
Yeah.
especially when you're going for steals.
Like, if you're going
From
to do
your
that.
teammates.
But really,
Not from your teammates.
really, it's just get upfield. Like, you can take sort of this line and get upfield, but just get upfield.
Yeah, you don't need both those pads.
Yeah.
You got 70 boosts. It's enough to hit the ceiling, come
Yeah.
back down, and get supersonic.
So. Bark! 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 Bark.
You told them, Ender.
So, now that I understand what happened that play, I understand.
Opposing team really just...
Setzer might die if he doesn't touch the ball.
He just doesn't trust
Yeah.
anyone.
He's not even their captain, which is the funny part.
I think Never Die's a tier 4, or not tier 4, tier 5?
It's tier 4.
No. They're all tier 4?
I think so.
Okay. I thought one
Tier
of them
4.
was lower.
You're 4 and 1. I didn't
Yeah.
actually check, admittedly.
That's why I was like really surprised at this result.
Well, okay, Ender, I see how it is.
No, I mean like they put up again. They
No
could have had a
fight
bad
at all.
night, but there was no fight. I
Yeah.
just it's like I don't understand what's going on.
The Scorpions made a panic.
It misses. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. I sort of did, but
Okay,
it's fine.
so yeah, fine. Actually, let's go for Bruce Steele. Fox is up for it. Just throws it on. Yep.
Yeah, at least you put that on net. I would have posted that so hard it would have pinched back into our own net.
So Fox.
Catered in the middle of the field.
I mean,
It worked.
yeah, that's
It did work. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's
I was
fine.
able to get the beat and almost a pass off.
Yeah.
It's actually
Well,
good.
it's a good
granted,
It's good.
shot.
It's good placement. Like you made them go. You made them go up awkwardly. So it's like, yeah, I would be happy with that.
Oh, yeah.
So Tequila there on cleanup duty.
That's my job.
That's good backboard. At this point, I was convinced they were like using the force or something.
Oh, God.
You look like you were under it, obviously.
That's the thing I do constantly. It's such a bad habit.
You only
Yep.
single jumped.
Yeah, why didn't you double jump? Were you trying to corner that? Why are you trying to
Oh,
corner
no,
this
you
ball?
might have double jumped.
No. I
No,
don't.
no. It kind of looks like he got a little bit more of a kick, but he tapped A. So it was just barely.
I definitely did double jump. It is a really weird one. Is that my problem? Do I not know
Uh,
how to double jump?
You're tapping A too fast.
Too
When
fast.
You hold A, you get more height.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I might have to go free play this later.
Yeah, I just. You know what? Here.
Matter of fact, you got the same amount of height that you would have probably got from just a normal single jump. Matter of fact, most people don't know this, but you can defend the entire net from base to top bar just by double jumping. You don't need any boost. It's crazy.
Beautiful. What a shot.
It looks like you wanted to put that more right. But why?
I
guess
might have
just
thought I was coming at me fast. I
potato.
saw the double touch and maybe I thought it was coming at me even faster.
Yeah, I guess also seeing potato there, you want to get it around him.
I mean, I think like the car movement is fine there. I got
It's just being too far under the ball, really. I was just wondering why you were trying to place it right. That's just like a completely out of whatever happened type of question.
okay.
And then I realized that, oh, potato's literally covering half the net. So
The crossbar's got the other.
Okay, yeah,
Has it-
there is a second jump there.
Just a really bad one.
Yeah. Yeah, you just need more up.
it honestly makes me want to hop on a Rocket League real quick and stream so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about.
I'll gladly do. I was gonna actually eat some dinner right now. I'll gladly do that afterwards, so if you're down.
Well, actually, I'm already in training, so.
Oh, alright. Now it is.
All right, 1 second.
Who's gone?
Just again, like I think also like kind of the hitting a great practice, because this is what Chirper's making me do and it's helping, is just make sure you hit with the front of your car, the nose.
Gotcha.
So, like, I actually recommend like ultimate warm up. All the I'll have to think. It's what are the good shots? So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right.
So not 10, not.
So you skip 4 because that's the one that just lofts up. I'm assuming you're using Bacchus mod variance training. That's a terrible one to learn on. It's also, I think it's a bad shot. And then the 10 is the one where it comes off the wall, but again, BM kind of messes that up.
Oh.
It just produces like a really varied shot that you can't really like
Wait.
practice for the set. So it's it's 1 through 9. You ignore 4, and then like to do double taps for beginners, you can also do 11. But I just recommend 1 through 9, ignore 4 right now, and just do them a couple times. And just again, you want to get your nose on the ball a lot. So whether you need to roll or whatnot, but just roll, make sure you strike it hard with the nose, put it in the back of the net.
Okay.
So, Tequila, one thing. When you just double tap A, that's how high you get. When you hold them, that's how high you get. So it's actually a dramatic difference.
Yeah.
So when you're going up for fast aerials and you just kind of double tap, you don't get much height. But if you just hold it for a little bit longer, you get a lot more.
We'll have to
And it's actually very, very, there's a very big difference.
This might just completely fix how I play Rocket League.
Yeah, so I definitely know I've made the mistake a lot of times where when I was going for fast aerials, I would always just quick hit A and just, think, oh, it's a double jump. But if you hold it a little bit, you get a lot more momentum up, you have a lot more speed going into it. It's just a lot faster rather than just double tapping where, it's very slow. Oh, let's back slow.
This is probably just cures all of my aerial inconsistency if I can just go and practice this, which I will do after I eat because I'm very hungry.
And I mean, you only need what, like a small tap of the boost, and you can touch the top bar. Like, that's all you need. And even without it, look how close I get to the post.
Yeah.
Like, I'm able to defend any shot. Here you go, bang.
Right.
All right. Anywho, yeah, that's all that I wanted to show you. Is just make sure that you hold your A presses just for a little bit longer, so you do get a lot more height on your aerials.
I will have to. Like, I'm doing the training when I come back. But thank you for that. And thank you for all your tips as well. I will practice a shot back. Thank you. Bye, guys.
All right.
All right. Goodbye. Oh, okay, he's already gone.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
I was gonna say goodbye.
Also, now that we're here on Fox, okay. Just FYI, Fox. Once Tate wins that, you can kind of just start cutting back to the middle of the field a little bit. So. Yep. My step up. I don't know if that was a call off, but regardless, good recognition on Tate. A little dangerous touch. It's okay. Good effort. It's just a little too far out. And then, obviously, that one. It's fine. Just a little too in front, but I would watch double there. Also, I don't necessarily mind this banging of the ball down to them. It's not like they've shown... Like, your opponents haven't shown much, except right there. So it's like a good pass there. Could we have kept Fox back? Probably. I don't know. But let's see. Right? Fox. Alright, goes back to far post. Get some boost. I don't know. I don't know, right? I don't know.
It all depends on where the third is. If the third is behind Fox, then that's fine for Fox to go for, because then the third will be there. But if Fox is alone, then I think he should play a little bit more patiently.
Yeah, because there's the third.
And see where the ball goes, because you don't want to bring yourself out of net and throw yourself into a pass, because you don't exactly know where this pass is going to go. Right now, Setzer actually he could keep it on the wall. Matter of fact, he has 3, 4, 7, 12. He could keep it on the wall and pass it across the wall. That would also get past Fox. He could hit it out like he did. He could hit it up and then down. He could hit it below. With Fox going up there, it just gives him a lot of options to make a touch around him.
Yeah, this ball is actually kind of still technically in the corner.
Yeah, this isn't a touch that you need to rush.
Yeah.
Especially not in Tier 4. Once you get up in the ranks, and you do have someone back, going for this touch isn't a bad play. But it's just, when you're last back, they have so many opportunities to get it around you that it's not something that you should go for as last back. But if you're able to quickly get there, especially once you are a higher rank, you are a lot faster when you play, and you're able to read where the touch is going to go, then I don't disagree with jumping up as long as you're not last.
Yeah, because you can kind of like
around.
You can. I was just gonna say you can kind of sit here and draw them in. It also buys time for your team to get back. You know, it gets a little rough, but like I do kind of like I probably would have rushed this myself too, but that's more my confidence in my own abilities. Um, but you can kind of draw them in, and you can sort of like creep, and then kind of time something, um, because like if you draw them in close enough, they may not be able to get a pass off, or they could lose control of the ball. So, yeah, just kind of like slowly creeping or whatever. So that you're in position just in case they try. They probably won't get it, but you still need to like defend like some doomsy dish. But also that way you can cover like a pass outward. Because also like if you draw them in, like that pass can just go that way rather than out. Challenging them here does force them to shoot the ball, but they have a better opportunity to spray that ball, out here into space. Or, any other method that Kithis mentioned. So I think in this case, and I apologize for whatever mixed messaging I have sent. I do just kind of like just waiting there. Because Fox here is the last person back.
Yeah, it just opens up the passing lane. You don't really want to do that.
It's good placement though from Never Die.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Dang.
Oh, it was a great series with Scorpions.
Yeah. Again, like very very few mistakes. And again, the opposing team gave them a lot of openings. And again, as I preach on broadcasts, and here it's like if the opposing team gives you those openings, you should take it, and you have to be good enough. Putting the ball in a rectangle on the back wall is a skill. So you have to be able to take those. So good series, and again, don't know what happened on the opposing side, but again, it happens, and Scorpions took advantage of that. So from the coaching training standpoint, there again no changes from me. So whatever I've assigned you basically 4 weeks ago still applies. Again, team comms.
I personally, as assistant coach, that's my role, right? I think.
I don't know. You're probably at least co-coach.
Co-coach. As co-coach, it is my duty to point out some things that I would like to see you do, which is practice passing. That will open up more opportunities on the field. It will allow for better awareness and allow you to really kind of open up your mind when it comes to the game and the possibilities. I'm trying to be more like theoretical. It's kind of sound cool to be like, oh yeah, maybe we should practice passing, but it's a very useful skill to have, to be aware of your teammates and to be able to pass in the right position to get it to your teammates. I mean, shooting, it's a whole different story, and that's why I suggest some shooting training packs. Because being able to place the ball into the right area is also a very good skill to have, and not missing open nets. And Fox demonstrated it really well on, I don't have the exact time frame, but on the shot where he got it past two defenders, placed it perfectly on the right side. Be like Fox.
Yeah, like
Be able to place the ball where you need to place the ball in order to score, place the ball where you need to place the ball in order to get it around people, and it'll also help with passing. So practice your shot training packs and also get together as a team and work on passing.
I will say it feels super awkward the first time you do that sort of thing in you know an empty private lobby, but it does actually help. Like, so I definitely agree with that recommendation. It's actually very helpful. And hey, if you got the full team there, then you can have like one token defender just trying to mess things up as it approaches the net, so that you actually can get a little bit. You can work on the accuracy. But yeah, any more recommendations, or we want to prevent overload, right?
Honestly, just get together as a team, have fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in playoffs.
Me too. I'll probably be broadcasting it, but that's fine.
I'll make sure to be like I was for the last match and
Yeah.
hound them and put them into the dirt and make them,
Make them do the right things.
make them calm.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll definitely be there. I know that you can, or I hope that you can trust me. And
Oh yeah. I'm glad someone is there in my stead when I'm in the booth. So yeah. But overall, that's going to do it for this one. If you have any questions, DM either me or Kiffy.
hi.
And please don't do the DM and see whether mom or dad gives you the answer that you like. Because that's a great way to get lines crossed. But I again in the interest of full disclosure, because also I want to get this actually on record. I trust a lot of what Kiffy says. Kiffy is one of the people that said, "Here, do a replay review," and I looked at it and said, "I don't know what to tell you," because there wasn't anything wrong. And this was in a loss, mind you. So, yeah. So I feel fully confident in saying Scorpions, you can either come to myself or Kiffy, and we should hopefully be steering you down the right path. But immediately, I want to end this video because I want to keep it under 2 hours. We're clocking at 1:45, and I want to eat. So again,
I would also like to eat. Thank you for having me on, Ander. It was a pleasure, like always.
and as always, I'll put the recommendations also in Discord as well.
Also be sure to tune in. I'm pretty sure it's today, right? Best Buds United, their Twitch stream where. Jeez, I need to look at
I think it's 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern today, where the Diplomats will be facing off against. I have no idea.
Yes, we actually have no idea, but we're going to make that. Trust me, we're making that a requirement in the spring circuit. Because I need to know who the opponents are.
Yeah, because at least I need to get the stream set up before you start streaming.
I mean, I could pull all this information anyways because it's a janky stream, but still, like, but you know, we'll save that for all my streaming complaints for a different stream because this is supposed to be a coaching stream. But yeah, anyone watching this tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, Best Buds United. Otherwise, well, you know, you can catch the VOD on Best Buds Unite Twitch for 14 days or when I get around to posting it on YouTube. But anyways, on behalf of my partner in crime for coaching the Scorpions, thank you everyone for watching, whether live or on the VOD, and we'll see y'all at some point. Have a good one.
Goodbye.